Good afternoon, my dear children. Hope you all are doing good. So, today let's see a new chapter entitled Living in Harmony, which is written by Usha Jesudasan. Okay, from the very title, we can guess what will be the content, isn't it? Something which connected with peace and harmony, isn't it? So, before we get into the chapter, let's see author introduction. Usha Jesudasan, she basically belonged to Velu in Tamil Nadu. She is a freelance writer. You know who is a freelance writer? Freelance writer means a particular writer who is self-employed. You can say self-employed who is not working for any particular newspaper or particular firm. Okay. In order to earn money, they will be doing some article or for a particular newspaper or magazine. Okay. Such writers are called freelance writer. So in most of her writings, the theme or the content is based on the life of the people or the life values or harmony and peace within the family, within our neighborhood. All these things are reflected in her writings. And the Ahimsa Way is a popular column which she has been writing for the newspaper The Hindu for quite 20 years. Okay. Apart from that, she had written meditative column for Christian Medical College and Hospital. For this particular column, she has been writing not for any newspaper or any magazine. She has been writing this column for the staffs and students of that particular hospital and college. Okay. Apart from that, some of her works are I will lie down, being an instrument of peace, that we may be one, reflections on living on harmony. These are some of her words or some of her article. And the last one, that we may be one, reflections on living on harmony. From this particular collection of writing, we have one article for as our lesson. Okay. So the content of this lesson is, it is written in the form of a story. Okay. The life of a little girl, Ashwini. Okay. Life of a little girl, Ashwini. This aim is to teach the values of being content with what we have. Isn't it? Of course, even many of us, we still longing for the things which we do not have or which we think that someone else is having, isn't it? Instead of thinking about what are the things we are really blessed because we have a good home, we have clothes, we have food, isn't it? Even then, we still find fault with our elders, insisting them, I don't have this one. My friend have this one, but I don't have. Or you have bought this particular toy to my brother or sister, but I don't have this, isn't it? So, something like this, for silly things like we still not satisfied and we find fault with our elders. But the main aim of this chapter is, or this particular article is, Usha want to convey that we should be satisfied or content with what we have so that we will lead a happy life and throughout inside our family and with our neighbors, with our friends, with our relatives, we can lead a happy and peaceful life. Unless we are not content or satisfied with what we have, we cannot lead a complete life or happy life. Worrying, instead of that, what we will be doing? We will be worrying about what are the things which we do not have, isn't it? So let's see how the author want to change the reader's mind through this particular story. Okay. Take page number 114 in your text. Let's read from the warm-up. Okay. peace doesn't just mean the absence of war. Happiness, absence of violence and anger, love, freedom, compassion, secularism, respecting others, and providing equal opportunities to all are some elements of peace. Okay. So peace, when you heard the word peace, you should not think that if there is no war, then the country or the nation is completely in peace. No, it doesn't mean so. What are the things which enclosed with the peace or which are connected with peace? It is happiness. Everyone should be happy. Next, there should not be any violence and anger towards anyone. We should love everyone. We should feel what? We got complete freedom. Freedom means it's not that we can do anything as we wish. No, it's not real freedom. What is freedom? We have the rights to do what we wish without interfering someone's right or someone's freedom. That is real freedom. Okay, സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് തോന്നുന്ന എന്തും ചെയ്യുന്ന അല്ല സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. മറ്റുള്ളവരെ ഒരു തരത്തിലും ഡിസ്റ്റർബ് ചെയ്യാതെയും അവരുടെ ഫ്രീഡത്തിൽ ഒരിക്കലും ഇന്റർപ്രറ്റ് ചെയ്യാതെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇന്റർഫിയർ ചെയ്യാതെ എപ്പോഴാണോ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുന്നോ അതാണ് ഫ്രീഡം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ. Then compassion, secularism, respecting others and providing equal opportunities to all. So all these terms together we have to say peace. When we have peace, whether at home or nation, when all these things are connected together, all the elements of these are present in that particular place, then we can consider as full peace in that place. Okay, let's read the chapter. Read the story about Ashwini and the change that comes over her after she watches a news telecast. Okay. Ashwini had been irritated and cross with her mother all week. She had wanted a new pair of shoes just like her friend Anita's. But mother had categorically dismissed her demand. No, you already have a pair, Ashwini. You don't need two pairs. Ashwini was angry with her mother's forthright reply. She was so adamant that she refused to be the obedient girl that she usually was. When mother asked her to do something, she pretended not to hear or took her own time doing it. She complained about the food her mother prepared so painstakingly. So all these things happen in our family also, isn't it? So here what is the problem with Ashwini? Ashwini, she asked for a pair of shoes to her mother, which her friend Anita has, isn't it? Anita has a beautiful pair of shoes. It was very impressive, or it draw the attention of our Ashwini. So she insisted her mother to get a pair of shoes just like her friend Anita. Okay. But the mother is wonderful mother. She said, wonderful mother in the sense, mother, when do you consider your mother is a wonderful one? Whatever you are asking, if she said yes means you consider that your mother is a perfect mother, isn't it? But it is not so. The mother should teach you everything, all the aspect in our life. There are many people who don't have even slippers, isn't it? So it is the duty or responsibility of your mother to make you understand whatever you are having with you, you should be happy and satisfied with that. So Ashwini's mother is such a good mother. She said, already you have one pair of shoe, so there is no need of wasting money getting a new one. Okay. So now our Ashwini was completely angry and she want to express all these things, isn't it? So whatever work her mother asked to do, what she used to do, she just pretend as if she did not hear what she asked to do. Okay. Or else if the mother keep on insisting about that, she accepted that she had to complete that, but she is not doing that fastly. Instead, she had been taking a long time till the mother get irritated and asking her to stop that work. Okay, we also do all these naughty things, isn't it? If we want to express our anger towards our elders, what we do? If they ask us to do something, we refuse to do so. But a good children, obedient child, never behave like that. You have to understand why our elders is insisting as to do certain things. Okay. Okay. So next thing, another thing is the mother, she prepared a delicious food. Preparing a food is not an easy task, isn't it? Huh? Definitely for preparing even Maggie, it is not a simple thing, isn't it? What are the things your mother needed for that? If you put onion and then fresh vegetables like carrot, beans, all these things together, so you cannot put that as it is, isn't it? You have to cut it into neat shape so that it look very impressive. We tend to eat that. Otherwise, we won't feel like eating that Maggie, isn't it? So, even for preparing Maggie, it is not an easy thing. But our mother is not giving us everyday Maggie, no, isn't it? She has been preparing for us many healthy things, isn't it? So, definitely it needs some labor, isn't it? So, before finding fault in making food prepared by our mother or our grandmother or the elders at home, you have to think about their labor. There are many people who don't even have food, even for one time. ഒരു ദിവസം ഒരു നേരത്തെ ആഹാരം പോലും കിട്ടാത്ത എത്രയോ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ഫുഡിനെ കുറിച്ച് കുറ്റം പറയുന്നതിന് മുമ്പേ we have to think about it. Okay. Why do you make cabbage when I don't like it? She grumbled. When only the previous week she had gorged on the cabbage rolls her mother had made. Even father was drawn into this unpleasant tiff. The harmony at home was completely disrupted only for a pair of shoes. So what happened? Mother had prepared some delicious cabbage roll which our Ashwini liked very much, but today as she wanted to express her anger, she was saying that why are you preparing cabbage roll which I don't even like at all. Okay. So from that itself, the mother and the father understood that she is angry for what? Just to get a new pair of shoe. Okay. So if one person is disturbed in the family, definitely the whole thing in the family will be collapsed, isn't it? So before we get into any action or before getting angry towards our elders or the younger one with your sister or brother, you have to think, am I doing it? What is it worthful? My anger is really worthful. We should not express our anger for unwanted things because expressing our emotion is the most valuable thing. Whether it is happiness or sadness or anger, whatever it is, expressing any emotion is really very worthful, which we should not waste for unnecessary things or what silly things. Okay. ഏത് എമോഷനും നമ്മൾ എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതിന് ആവശ്യമുള്ള ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ആണെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ അത് എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യാവൂ. അത് ഹാപ്പിനെസ് ആവട്ടെ, സാഡ്നെസ് ആവട്ടെ, anger avate, whatever it is. Okay, before you express your emotion to anyone, any sort of emotion, you have to think a lot. Okay, because emotions are really priceless. Okay, don't waste that. At school too, Ashwini was at odds with everyone. She upset her best friend, refusing to share her pencils with her. Ashwini did not like being the way she was impolite, sulky, cross and irritated all the time. She blamed her mother for it. If only mother had agreed to buy me the shoes, she thought. Okay. So it's quite natural, isn't it? You young children, you little one, even if you do anything wrong, we turn that blame to someone else's head, isn't it? If you are not able to get good marks, you will Either put the blame on the tuition teacher or with your friend saying that he or she had taken my note on that day. That's why I have incomplete. Isn't it? We never admit or never accept our mistake. Isn't it? So here also Ashwini, she put the blame on her mother saying that as my mother irritated me, what happened? As a result, I'm not able to what feeling happy, and as a result I'm not sharing even my pencil with my friend, isn't it? With my friend, and she herself know I'm not I'm completely impolite. I'm not as I am as I before. മുമ്പ് ഇരുന്ന പോലെ അല്ലാന്ന് she knew very well. Even then, what she is doing, all these things happened only because my mother, she refused to get me a pair of shoe. Okay. Later that night, the family sat down to watch the news after dinner. What they saw shocked them, and Ashwini was in tears. They saw people fleeing their homes as an earthquake had struck suddenly. They could not even check the bare essentials. It was heart-rending to see little children holding on to their toys and weeping as they are carried to safety. Everyone was frightened and lost. Ashwini and her parents saw tall buildings come crashing down, the debris lying all around, and people being extricated from under the collapsed houses by the rescue team. So, what happened on that particular day or on that particular night? She happened to watch a news telecast by the television. What was that news? In particular place there was an earthquake, and the people in that particular place, they are running for their lives. Okay, so earthquake, what happened? The buildings will be collapsed, isn't it? Or everything will be completely collapsed, and definitely there will be loss of lives, and we will lost lost our belongings, isn't it? So she happened to see even the little children, they are holding, though they are holding their toys, they don't know how many members in their families are still alive, isn't it? So though they are holding their one toy with them, they are crying because they don't know what happened to their family members, and they have lost their house. It was a complete question mark about their life next, isn't it? So all these things, really, on seeing all these things, Rashmini was in tears because little children, you are tender heart, you are very soft hearted nature, isn't it? So on seeing these people and the children are crying, what happened? She also full of tears. Okay, so in the news they had shown buildings are completely crashed down. Debris means the remaining particles of the building which were collapsed. Not only buildings, all those things what are remaining, avashishtangal. Debris എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ avashishtangal. Okay, so and people being extricated means the dead bodies will be freed from the uh, buildings. You might have seen already all these incidents in the television. ശവങ്ങളെ വലിച്ചെടുക്കുന്നത്, sometimes half of their body alone will be crushed in that earthquake under the building, and they will be taken without leg. We happen to see all these things, isn't it? So all these uh, images or this incident, it really disturbed our Ashwini. She was feeling very sorry about them. Okay. The next morning, Ashwini was keen to watch the news again. On a certain news channel, the activities in the rescue camp were being shown. She saw a Red Cross volunteer giving a parcel to a young woman belonging to a small group. So next morning, she was very curious and eager to know what happened to them. Okay, so she was putting a news channel, and she was very curious to know what happened to them. So in that news, they telecasted that they have been taken to some rescue camp, and they will be providing food and necessary thing, basic needs are given to them. Okay. She saw a Red Cross volunteer giving a parcel to a young man. You might have seen. They will be giving a parcel of food. What are the basic things they needed, like what soap, water, all these things will be given by some volunteers. Okay. The woman opened the parcel and gave a cry of delight. So, though they have been living in a big luxury apartment, now what happened? They lost everything. So, on seeing this simple parcel, it gave them a great delight. Okay, so that woman, as soon as she got that parcel, she cried out of delight. Okay, not because of sad, delight. There were cartons of juice and milk, biscuits, soap powder, noodles, bread, jam, and so much more. The women shared everything with the group. Everyone got something and they seemed thrilled with the packets they had received. So whatever they got in that particular, from that camp, they share everything. Okay, because now they know the value of helping each other, isn't it? So without or fighting with each other, or without any uh, what any prejudice mind, they are ready to share everything with the people in their camp. Okay, so cartons of juice means you might have, what, the packet with the paper. Okay, നമ്മുടെ ഫ്രൂട്ടി ഒക്കെ ചെറിയ പാക്കറ്റ് കിട്ടില്ലേ, പേപ്പർ കൊണ്ടുണ്ടാക്കിയ, അതാണ് കാർട്ടൺസ് ഓഫ് ജ്യൂസ് ആൻഡ് മിൽക്ക് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ okay, the women shared everything with a group. As the families began to settle down en masse in the temporary camps, a cameraman followed a group. Okay, so everything else, after getting things, whatever they from that camp, they settle down in their places. Okay, so the cameraman is focusing on a particular girl. A teenage girl, almost the same age as Ashwini, offered to carry a crying baby. So what happened in that camp? The cameraman is focusing on a teenage girl who is uh, asking to what? Carry a crying baby. ഒരു കരഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കുഞ്ഞിനെ ഒരു ടീനേജ് ഗേളുടെ കൊടുക്കുവാണ്. His mother had a pile of clothes to wash. As the mother is busy, or she had to wash her clothes, otherwise the next day she can't wear anything. Wear anything means not any neat clothes. Okay, so she has been washing her clothes. So at that time nobody is there to take care of the little one, isn't it? So she asked a teenage girl to take care of the this baby. Okay, and the girl was also accepted that the girl walked the baby up and down until she had stopped crying. If you are elderly children means, definitely you will be carrying your younger one while they are crying. You will be moving around the house, or you will be taking them to the upstairs, all those things till they stop their crying, isn't it? Similarly, this little girl is also taking that baby to the places nearby until that baby stop crying. The grateful mother finished washing the clothes and offered to wash the girl's clothes as well. Okay, so as a token of gratitude, what the mother do? She was washing the little girl's clothes also. Okay, as she was taking care of the little one. There was a sense of harmony within the camp. The people helped and looked out for each other in spite of their distress. Actually, now they lost everything, isn't it? Even in that situation, they are trying to maintain peace in the camp, and they are helping each other in whatever way they are able to help other. Okay, so let's see the remaining in the next class. Okay, you can go through the chapter if you are very curious to know what happened next. Okay, see you in the next class, dear. Thank you.